Moses, the many faces of Moses part 1. We couldn't have done that in one part. We couldn't have gotten one full concise part.
There are many faces of Moses Heckmon, Trisha Paytas' husband, but there are also many faces to Trisha Paytas, as we all know. But as we review past content before Moses was exposed for who he really was, we can analyse these prior videos that predicted his downfall. That
no offense, every single different clip with Trisha Paytas in it, she's a different person. So
no one saw coming. The term two-faced does not...
Look, there hasn't been a single video
apply to this married couple. Oh no, 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 no. They have many faces, and that is why they're so good for each other. Match made in heaven? More
well, they're both toxic douchebags. Who cares?
Like a match made in hell. Now, the only difference between Trisha and Moses is that Trisha is screwed up, but at least everyone can see it, and she doesn't hide it.
Okay, I guess. Okay.
Whereas Moses is always hiding his true colours. And I don't know if you've noticed, but when he was getting exposed, he wasn't online crying into the camera like Trisha was. He was hiding way behind the scenes. And then when the backlash eventually subsided, he slowly came back onto Trisha's social media. And he almost kind of shifted as a person and changed the way he displayed himself online.
I mean, a hot take. Moses is every shitty fucking guy. I'm not trying to downplay what he did wrong, but he's every scummy, manipulative guy. So, that's pretty much, that's what it is. And so he just didn't respond to the criticism and people lost interest and stopped caring.
Frenemies was the beginning and the end of Trisha's career.
You guys would be like, oh my God, but he's stealth. He's so bad. Yeah, that's shitty. Every guy does, a lot of guys stealth girl. It's really fucked up and shitty behavior. But a lot of men are shit. That's literally the reason why we have to sit here and go into depth on fucking issues of modern day sexual assault culture,
Earning almost $500,000 per episode, what did she have to lose? That 5% perhaps? Well, now she's lost 90% of her career thanks to her bachelor Tinder swindler husband. So today we're going to break down some old videos of Trisha and Moses, including their first video ever on Trisha's channel, because there's a lot that we missed.
It's so sad because Trisha could be attractive, but she's such a fucking bad person.
And OMG, I just looked.
Is this the same Moses that part of the Red Sea? Sure, yeah, probably. He probably parts her Red Sea when she's on her period now.
Back now, and it kind of makes sense as to why everything panned out the way it did. We missed so much, it's not even funny, but it's okay because we're going to break everything down and analyze it. So
stealth is when you take your condom off and the person thinks that you had a condom on when you're having sex with them.
Firstly, we need to give a bit of context for some of those out there who don't really know what happened and why he got cancelled. So let's briefly touch on that. Moses' ex-girlfriend Daphne had come forward and exposed him late last year for allegedly stalking her. Daphne had exposed everything on her Instagram story, and
yeah, it is normal for guys to do that. It's shitty. Yeah.
It was all downhill for Moses and Trisha from there. More and more evidence started coming to light.
It should be illegal, absolutely. I'm just saying that this is fucking unfortunate normal behavior.
From both Trisha and Moses' past. And yeah, Trisha got cancelled because she was always a firm believer of believing the victim first. That was until her own fiancé at the time was being accused.
Trisha was never a firm believer of believing the victim. Trisha's a cunt, okay? I'm sorry. Trisha's not a firm believer in anything. Trisha's a firm believer in weaponizing sexual assault for fucking sympathy points. That's it. She doesn't give a shit about anything. We gotta not pretend that Trisha has a strong moral foundation rooted in reality. She's just a really bad person. We should just know that. We have to know that. She's just bad. Just a net loss, okay?
So now, let's rewind a little and take a look at the many faces Moses has, from the beginning to present. The first time Moses was ever mentioned to Trisha was by Ethan Klein himself, who probably regrets his decision to this day.
He would apply to be on my Bachelorette.
He was supposed to. I don't know what happened.
He said that he wanted to apply.
I found his Instagram. It's fine.
We could take a last-minute submission.
I don't know
he said he wanted.
Maybe women were right when they said men ain't shit. You want to know why men are such shit, though? Honestly, because listen, women can be shit, too. The only reason that men are shittier than women is because men tend to have a little bit more societal power. That's it. And that's it. And so they get to do shittier things and it's more acceptable, right? Women, if they had more societal power, would do the same shitty, different but comparable shitty things. Okay.
I think he's honestly super busy. He's a fucking mega hard. He's a.
Bro, I didn't say it was normal to stealth people. I said that it's a normal behavior that fucking fuckboys, shitty fuckboys do. I just want you to know that. Okay? Listen, I'm just telling you that the biggest, the absolute foundation of sexual assault awareness, culture in America, or whatever, is normalizing different behaviors that would be considered sexual assault. That's what it is. Stealthing is not a practice that people go, oh my God, that's hard. It's a really shitty thing to do. Most people are yeah, that's shitty. And then they move on. They don't care. Right? Yeah, it's not yeah, you understand what I'm saying?
He should make time though, right?
He should make time. He looked so hot. I was like low-key impressed. I was like, holy shit.
We'll make he's
like strikingly hot.
Okay, we'll make sure he gets in. We'll take a last minute.
Is he from Israel?
But
is he from Israel? What is that? Where is that?
Lives here.
In LA. Super successful.
Long hair, I love it.
How is he super successful?
You get a chance to fuck Jesus.
That's what he looks like. Oh, and he's Jewish.
Yeah. Okay, we'll make sure we get
he's so hot. If not, we can just also hook up. We don't have to date.
Oh my god, if your brother fucked.
Woo, that'd be fun.
I don't oh my
Let's not have him as a contestant. Let's just meet.
No, he's got to come through the show.
No, why?
Because then it's like a same.
DM him. It doesn't matter.
He's gonna tell us. You guys can't get past us.
If we fuck, he's gonna tell you. I don't think so.
Yeah, he will.
Ooh, I love that. No, I really.
All right. So we have 6 strong contestants. Possibly 7th with Hila's brother. We're gonna get a last minute.
That look on Hila's
The beginning of the end, huh?
face, it was like so uncomfortable. But it's also interesting the way in which Ethan described Hila's brother, like making him out to be this super successful person with a lot going for him. And in reality, something viewers found out later on down the line through leaked texts between Moses and his ex-girlfriend was that Moses was actually incredibly jealous of his sister Hila and Ethan, like super jealous. So of course, without a doubt, that's probably the reason why he decided to date Trisha, because he knew it would piss them off. And there's a saying that goes,
probably
will always befriend or be super friendly with people you don't like. And it's clear from the beginning, Ethan didn't like Trisha. Moses saw this.
I don't think that's clear from the beginning. So like the very beginning when he made his video on her, yeah. But then after this conversation, I don't think that that's necessarily true. Are they saying that the motivation for Trisha dating Moses is that she hates Ethan? If anything, her motivation to date Moses would be to try to make Ethan jealous in some weird capacity. If anything, Moses was the one that was trying to piss people off by dating Trisha. Moses probably hates his fucking parents. I think he does. And he's like, look at this sloppy fucking porn star. Let me date this thing. You know what I mean?
And we can see now that he took it upon himself to get super close with Trisha, knowing this would piss off his sister and brother-in-law.
Okay,
so it was
yeah.
instant regret from the moment Trisha and Moses laid eyes on each other. Ethan knew that he and Hila had effed up by introducing Trisha to Moses.
Stop showing this weird clip of Ethan like picking the fucking like shit out of his ears. It's
15
weird.
days after that episode aired, Trisha and Moses were already dating, and Ethan posted a video with Hila to their channel called "Trisha Paytas Betrayed Me and Ruined Our Show."
So it was like, I really thought he was going to apply. I like him. Okay. So now I find out that they've been talking in the DMs on Instagram, and that they've been, well, actually the real thing that shocked me, and first of all, I have to urge you all that me and Hila don't know anything about this.
No.
Nobody's telling us anything.
Well, okay, so after the last episode ended with her,
let me show this picture.
My brother, he watches the show.
We saw this on Twitter.
Wait, no, he told us that after the end of the show, he told us that they spoke in the DM, right? He did say that.
Yeah. Yes.
But then that was it. And we're like, okay, just, you gotta tell us what's happening, and we can't have another one of those situations.
Yeah.
And he was like, yes, of course.
Of course, he says.
So that was our last update. That's all.
You can definitely tell that they were so uncomfortable with the situation, and that actually had an agreement with Trisha and Moses set in place where nothing would happen off camera. What Ethan pointed out next will shock you.
Trisha
not
posted.
really. Probably not.
Look at his face. What is he doing? It's like he's goofing on us. Like, look.
Well, it's hard to tell.
Nice place, by the way, for Trisha. Nice view.
You can't tell. I don't
Hollywood
know.
Hills,
it could be just.
Why would this shock me? Why am I supposed to like shit diarrhea through my intestines are supposed to explode on my fucking asshole?
Him smiling.
Oh my god.
Bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know what's my biggest fear right now? Is that this actually becomes serious, because Trisha kept trying to come over to our house and babysit Theodore.
It's not happening.
Is that she's going to end up finding a way to come over to our house, but she's Moses' girlfriend.
No.
She's not allowed over.
I like it was like Moses' girlfriend. Like he quoted Moses, like instead of the girlfriend.
No.
And
boyfriend, you mean? Them friend? She is a sad boy.
little did they know Trisha would eventually become an aunt to Ethan and Hila's children and give birth to their first cousin. Yikes. But it's just interesting.
The cousin's name is Yikes? Ah, terrible name. Is that Jewish? Gave birth to their first cousin, Yikes. I'll ask my wife if that's a good name for our kid.
To note that from the beginning, Ethan had noticed one of Moses' faces. The sneaky look he'd pointed out. He was right on the money with that. And that photo, looking back at it now, it looks like he...
I mean, maybe he just has an ugly fucking face.
Definitely knew what he was getting up to. Like, oh yeah, I know this is going to piss off my sister and her husband. So I'm just going to say it before anyone else does. The lack of chemistry in their first vlog, well, all their vlogs actually, let's be honest, but their first vlog in particular was just so obvious. They were not a great match from the...
I don't know. I don't really hate watch Trisha anymore. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit. Like, she's a fucking bad person. We should all just move on. But then here I am watching this, so who the fuck am I?
Start.
It's a very special moment of having Korean fried cheese with you. I don't bring anyone to just Korean fried cheese. This is like a special thing.
I had no idea it was here, man.
Really? And you lived in Korea?
I lived here for 8 years.
And you never had Korean fried cheese? All your Korean girlfriends, you never had Korean fried cheese. Just kidding. Okay, which one do you want to try?
And you can see in Moses's face like he wasn't interested in eating corn dogs at all. But yeah,
I feel like why are we assuming that? It looks like he's camera shy. Who cares? What are we talking about? Like, what?
a lack of chemistry for sure. Trisha's tone was definitely mono.
Maybe on camera? I don't know.
Kind of mirroring Moses.
They have perfect chemistry. They're both fucking pieces of shit.
His tone of voice, and one could argue that maybe he's just a quiet speaker. But
Yes,
no, there's
I
definitely
would.
a lot more to that. Whenever
Why?
Trisha's filmed with an ex-boyfriend like Jason, for example, their energy was always matched, whether she was having a go at him or being romantic.
This doesn't contest anything. What? What?
Boyfriend like that, maybe he's just a quiet speaker.
Yeah, that would be my argument. He seems like a quiet speaker.
But no, there's
And
definitely
then-
a lot more to that. Whenever Trisha's filmed with an ex-boyfriend like Jason, for example, their energy was always matched.
Who cares? What does that mean?
Whether she was having a go at him or being romantic towards him, they always had those sparks.
What the
But
fuck?
those sparks are non-existent with Moses.
Wait, your argument is... So my argument is like, oh, hey, Moses, maybe he's camera shy. Your argument's Moses can't be camera shy because Jason's not camera shy. Incredible. That's what an incredible... Like, that, do you realize that those two aren't... That's not a supportive argument, right? Like, that doesn't make any sense. What the fuck?
It's definitely an awkward couple to have to watch. All those texts Moses was sending about Trisha that were derogatory are definitely believable just because of the way he interacts with her.
I just think that he has a... I think he hate fucks her. I think that, like, he thinks she's disgusting and fat, but that, like, turns him on because he's a bit of a fetishist.
He definitely wasn't
Also, I think that a lot of those hate messages were to other women. This is one of like the scummiest fucking things guys can do. His disparaging messages were to other women so that he can manipulate those other women into thinking that his relationship with Trisha wasn't a big deal and like they're special for like them interacting. That's why he was saying disparaging things to other people. That's the biggest reason, because he just wanted to speak down on her because it makes the other girl feel like they have a shot. That's manipulative men fucking fuckboy bullshit 101, bro.
obsessed with her, not at all from the beginning. Now, Moses' persona at this point was extremely calm and relaxed. At this point in time, people were commenting about what a cool dude Moses seemed to be. Little did Trisha's fans know that this was just one of the many faces of Moses. He's so calm and open. Best quote ever. Not everything is about you. She could learn so much from him. So on the 13th of April, Trisha had said that her and Moses split up. Moses didn't want to see her for some reason. But that didn't last long because although Ethan and Hila begged Moses to not continue things with Trish, he went behind their backs and did anyway. Now, fast forward to August the 4th of 2020. Moses appeared on Trisha's channel again doing a mukbang. So somewhere in between March and August 2020, while Moses was seeing Trish, broke it off with her and got back with her, etc., he was also seeing Daphne at some point, but was lying to her about where he was at romantically and relationship-wise with Trisha, and vice versa. Trisha had no idea about Daphne. So anyway, on August the 4th, Moses featured in yet another vlog of Trisha's. Now, something Trisha said in this video really changed the way Moses saw Trisha from this point on. Like, she presented him with an opportunity, and his eyes, oh my god, they just lit up. He was so excited with what she'd had to say. His life definitely
that?
changed after this vlog. He was a lot more present in her videos and on her channel.
What did
Will you do only with me?
Maybe.
What? Wait, really? Is that a real maybe?
What? I don't get that vibe at all. It just looks like he had higher energy before she asked that question.
If you did only with me, my whole life would be so much more simple. It would be so much easier. I wouldn't have to look for collabs. I wouldn't have to go get STD testing every 2 weeks. I'd have content every day, sometimes 5 times a day.
What about my life?
But no, then it becomes your life. You could quit, you could retire.
He literally says, what about my life? He seems uncomfortable with this idea. I don't know how you made it seem like he was so open to it and he was like fucking, oh my god, I can't wait. Like,
Ah, yes, the words retirement fell right out of Trisha's mouth and into Moses' ear.
oh, the retirement thing.
Ah, yes, the
Hold on.
What about my life?
But no, then it becomes your life. You could quit, you could retire.
ah, yes,
Oh, I didn't see that at all. You didn't show them after she said you could retire. How am I supposed to know if he had a fucking positive reaction to that?
the words retirement fell right out of Trisha's mouth and into Moses' ear. He was ecstatic. And then we were introduced to face number 3. Because remember, there's no such thing as two faces in the world of Trisha and Moses.
So far, he's just opening up more. I don't understand.
There's multiple faces. So face 3 was the opportunistic
What the
smile.
fuck?
Moses did start appearing on Trisha's OF and their relationship blossomed from there. On August 11th, Trisha had posted a video with Moses again titled, telling him I've slept with over 100 guys, plus his reaction over dinner. In this video, Moses had
What are they
made
eating for dinner? A pile of eggs? What is that?
clear that she wasn't the one for him in a super sly, snaky way.
You don't want to be around me. Does Moses think Trisha's wifey material?
Yeah, for the right person.
That's so mean.
So I'm not sure whether Moses was just joking or whether he genuinely
Okay.
felt this way. It's hard to tell because he doesn't show much emotion online, but it's interesting to note that exactly 1 month later, Trisha had posted the boyfriend tag to her channel with Moses, announcing that he was officially her boyfriend.
Like you like me.
No, I don't want to pretend.
You're so mean. Oh my God, it's
I mean, he might be joking. He might be serious. It's probably just kidding. He's like kind of a douchebag.
so mean.
I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize he wasn't joking there. He really has been
Why? What? I guess I'm not a rocket science. I don't know. I say stuff like that to my wife sometimes too, just to fuck with her. I don't know what to tell you.
trying to pretend from the start he likes Trish, and Stan's all like, no, he really loves her, but just their body language and the way Trisha used to interact with Jason, who she truly loved, in relation to how her and Moses act towards each other. I mean, they definitely like each other and they put up with each other, but if Trish was broke, I highly doubt Moses would give her a second glance. Like, it's just so obvious he's really not that into her. Or, you know, it could
Yeah, but I mean, that's kind of... I don't like that general argument of like, oh, well, if you didn't have money, then like this person may not date you. Like, yeah, like just hot take. Money is a factor as to why people date other people. Like if there's a lot of people who like if somebody didn't have any money, they would be like, no, thank you. Usually, not having money means that you don't have like a job and you're fucking, you know what I mean? And like we get it, there's socioeconomic reasons for that, why that might happen. But at the end of the day, like people, usually women, are looking for money in other people. In this case, maybe Moses, maybe he is, but also maybe he's like, oh, she has a lot of money. There's a lifestyle I'm used to. You know, this idea, the idea that he would date and like marry somebody that didn't have money, I think is a stretch. He seems to just go around like fucking serial fucking girls. So like, I don't really like that argument. It's silly. It's a silly argument.
could be just a different type of relationship. I just don't feel it though. They just don't mesh well together.
You need to lean in more. Can you lean in more?
I thought this was going to be worse. Like, what's happening here?
Do you see how far back I am? Yeah. That's cute. Aw,
That's
cute.
cringe as fuck, bro.
Oh, look at your smile. Your natural smile.
Looking at him going all red here and her trying to say, like, give a natural smile. And then he just gives that awkward pretend smile, like, ugh, the cringe is so real. It's so awkward to
He's probably cringing himself because this is a weird situation where he knows it's going to be put online.
watch. The secondhand embarrassment is in full force.
Bro, you guys stop watching Trisha.
So Moses featured in a lot of mukbang videos on Trisha's channel around this time, pre-cancellation. This was in September.
I think the bigger question is,
Featured
what the fuck? Oh, that's an RR. I thought that was like, I thought her like head was leaking off.
in a lot of mukbang videos on Trisha's channel around this time, pre-cancellation. This was in September of 2020. Trisha had posted a video called I'm Triggered AF over this. And in this video, she was making fun of Moses's water obsession. So Moses believes he's water, by the way. Basically, he has this godlike tendency. He thinks he's God. He's very obsessed with himself, but that
Yeah, Moses thinks that he is everybody and that we're all water and that we are all the same person in a different life and experience or something. Yeah, he's insane.
it's just a whole
Or maybe he's right. I don't know.
another video entirely.
But if that's true, it justifies I can be mean to everybody because you're just me in another lifetime. So like I'm fine with bullying you.
Basically, at this stage in their life, Moses was very into his water, posting it all the time on his
Oh, really? Because he's drinking Starbucks right now.
water channel, and Trisha was taking the piss out of this. And you could see that he genuinely wasn't happy with her being patronising about it. People were pointing this out in the comments.
Can you show
Someone
me
even
the
said
video?
they did a study on aspects of relationships that make it more likely to fail. Rolling eyes, making snide remarks, etc. were at the top of the list.
Wow, great. Who's they? Who the fuck is they? Hey, you know they did a study. Who the fuck is they? Hey, if you... Oh, dude. It's like pseudo-intellectual bullshit, bro. Come on.
You may be joking, Trisha, but you have to be respectful about Moses's water comments. He doesn't literally mean water.
No, you don't. Get the fuck out of here. Respectful about her water, his water comment? No, you don't have to be respectful about that.
It's an analogy, a philosophy that he really believes in. Just be a little more gentle about the water thing. He's into it. Just be gentle. Learn to be more like water. Go with the flow when he brings the stuff up. Try to understand it as something abstract, not literal. If it bothers you, have a small serious talk about it maybe. Not always bring it up all the time.
I'm pretty sure like it's become something she's accepted.
Anyone would be annoyed if someone constantly brings up their life philosophy. You need to balance this issue. Don't disrespect him and cause resentment or distance between you two. Edit. Also some advice. Cool it with the Jewish stuff. Does this mean
great.
Moses could have slightly resented Trisha from the start? I truly think he did. And I think he went into this relationship with dark intentions because as we saw in those leaked messages, which I'm going to bring up right now, he was messaging his ex and telling her how he planned on using Trisha, getting her pregnant, etc., and claiming that child support money. 7 months prior to when Trisha and Moses were officially
Miss Piggy's hot as fuck, honestly.
a thing, he was messaging his ex all these derogatory things about Trisha and what he was planning to do to her. And my opinion, it just shows that he didn't have good intentions from the beginning. And I think
Probably. It
that's
seemed like, again, he probably just wanted to fuck this other girl, and he was just being disparaging of his current partner to make that girl think that, like, he would date them.
why he put up with so much of her shit. Like, he was probably thinking, I don't know, I don't care, I'm just going to secure the bag. Now, these messages didn't leak until September of 2021. So the messages from February 2020, Daphne had said, "Oh, I miss them. I'd love to see you again soon if you've got any free time. Spring break maybe? Let's see what happens. I might be married to Trisha by then. Oh God, if you Vegas marry her before me, I'll be devastated. I'll just give her a baby and collect child support." Exactly 2 years later, give or take, he's married to Trisha and they're having a baby. So we need to
Maybe they're having a baby. We don't know yet. Let's be honest. It's not beyond Trisha to fake a pregnancy.
discuss the frenemies episode that Moses featured in. In February of 2021, they were already engaged at this point, which is important to remember. They were doing like a quiz-like episode where they were discussing their partners. One of the questions that Trisha and Ethan were asked were, what were their favourite things about themselves? Trisha said that she loved how she had money, and I just find it very interesting what Moses found most appealing about Trisha.
Okay, so we'll start with you two. So go ahead and reveal your answers.
Oh wait, who's showing?
Oh.
What? Ela said.
Oh, show your answer.
Show your answer.
I said funny because I thought that was like.
You say money?
No, funny.
I
not
said money.
And Moses, let's not forget, said talented, which is a little bit like, okay, Moses.
Yeah, I'm definitely not.
Yeah.
I know all the time.
It's not that I don't think you're talented, but it's
definitely
like that's like very broad, general.
It wouldn't be
It's probably a sex joke, honestly.
great
Funny-
if she wasn't talented.
Oh, thanks.
Now, he always uses this term to describe Trisha, that she's very talented. And I think he uses this word as a way to make Trisha feel good about herself, but we all know that
Okay, maybe.
Trisha is not talented. The only thing that she's talented at is being a troll. Like, she even knows that herself, that she has zero talent. But like, it's just so interesting how
Yeah, it was probably a sex joke, but okay.
that's the word Moses uses to describe her. And then the fact he said that's how she has so much money is because she's so talented. There's not much depth to the things that he actually loves about her. It's always kind of just revolved around money.
What the fuck? He's just not a deep person. None of these people are deep. All these people that you're doing an analysis on are fucking stupid, like, shallow people. Trisha and Moses are dumb, shallow fucks. What kind of a deep, like, introspection would you like on this scenario? You know what I mean?
This just reinforces those like texts about how he was planning to get her pregnant for
crazy.
that child support money.
The water.
He told me that too.
Do you think it's real?
He seems to have a proprietary technique. I've never seen it.
Yes, I'm the only
stuff
one.
anywhere else.
He's the
Or I mean,
only
I don't think he invented the concept of photographing water, but I've never seen.
No, he
photographs
did. That's
like
what he
that.
No, I did.
He's
I
the
did.
only one that's
Oh,
done
you're
it.
well. I mean, I'm not a historian. What do I know? I'll take him at his word.
Anyways,
All
I
right.
think him as word.
I've never seen photographs like the one he takes, but I don't. That's a big claim to say you invented.
Yeah, it's a big
photographing
invention
water.
too.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you?
This is the fucking mental capacity that people we're dealing with here. Absolute morons. Like, Trisha and Moses. Like, what depth do you think that there's going to be? Like, this is a weird video.
Do you have a patent?
Shark Tank
Pending.
question.
Shark Tank.
Yeah.
Do you have a patent?
Pending?
It was on Wired magazine. I mean, I'm the only person doing this.
Are you patented?
No, because when you patent, it's just a matter of putting the money into it. But no,
Okay.
Not patented.
Someone's coming for the brand after this.
they can try.
I love you. He never talks about that stuff with me because I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. I'm like, okay. But I'm proud of you. I am proud of you. Just don't
I'm there. I'm right there with you.
So yeah, claiming he's the only person in the world who invented taking pics of water. Even Ethan was like, what the heck? Get off your high horse. That's not true at all. Moses was all like, yes, I am, with a big grin on his face. Just so much confidence, so much to prove to Ethan. And Ethan was like, not even bothered. He's like, whatever, okay, you can be #1 king of water in the world. I don't care. This is the thing. Moses has always been jealous of Ethan. He's had this deep hatred for him for years. And how do we know this? All thanks to Moses's
Why do we think that?
girlfriend Daphne, who actually sent a T-page voice memos about just how much Moses was jealous of Ethan. It was sickening what she'd exposed.
That Ethan's parents were using him for money because the parents are really broke, that they used to live in Mexico because they were trying to avoid paying taxes, and that they had a house in Mexico, whatever, and then they moved back to America because Ethan's parents bought them a house. Yeah, I honestly don't remember like anything else, but he 100% was talking shit about them. He always fucking hated them, whatever.
So what if
Why does that show that he was jealous of them?
we learned today
we
thus
asked some
far,
questions that
there's
don't
hidden
matter.
messages throughout all of Trisha and Moses' vlogs together, especially the first few. There's a lot we missed that kind of makes sense now. Let me know your thoughts on all this drama in the comments, and if you'd like to see a part 2.
I wouldn't. Okay, what a video. It existed. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and another special shout out to all my Patreon and Twitch subs. If you'd like to support this channel further than you already have by just watching the video alone, go down to the links below where you can sub on my Patreon, which will allow you to get your name on this beautiful black wall. Or you can go to the Twitch page and you can actually use a free Amazon Prime sub, if you have Amazon Prime, to subscribe. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.